As spring breathes life into Europe's wetlands, the air fills with the resonant croaks of frogs, signaling the start of their breeding season. Among the vibrant amphibian communities, 3 species of the Pelophylax genus, commonly known as water frogs, take center stage. These species, often sharing habitats across ponds, marshes, and slow-moving streams, showcase fascinating behaviors, ecological roles, and complex reproductive strategies during the spring months. Spring, with its rising temperatures and abundant rainfall, is the pinnacle of activity for amphibians. Frogs emerge from hibernation, where they've spent winter buried in mud, under leaf litter, or in sheltered crevices. Wetlands come alive as males stake out territories and fill the air with mating calls, while females prepare to lay eggs in gelatinous clumps that float in shallow waters. For Pelophylax species, this season, spanning March to June depending on latitude and local climate, is critical for reproduction and survival. The edible frog, named for its historical culinary use, is a hybrid species born from crosses between the pool frog and the marsh frog. Widespread across Central and Western Europe, from France to Poland, it thrives in ponds, ditches, and slow-moving rivers. Its hybrid nature makes it a biological curiosity, as it often depends on coexisting with one of its parent species to sustain its populations. In spring, edible frogs awaken from hibernation, often emerging as soon as water temperatures reach around 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Males establish territories in shallow waters and produce a soft, repetitive call, amplified by paired vocal sacs that inflate like balloons on either side of their heads. These calls attract females, who lay up to 10,000 eggs in clusters attached to aquatic vegetation. The pool frog, one of the parent species of the edible frog, is smaller and more delicate. It prefers small vegetated ponds and temporary pools, earning its name from its habitat preference. Distributed across much of Europe, pool frogs are less tolerant of polluted or heavily modified waters, making them an indicator of healthy ecosystems. Pool frogs are identifiable by their slender bodies, bright green or brownish skin, and a light dorsal stripe. Their reliance on pristine habitats makes them vulnerable to habitat loss. And in some regions, such as the UK, they were once thought extinct before reintroduction programs began. The marsh frog, the largest of the trio, can grow up to 15 centimeters and is a robust species found from Eastern Europe to Western Asia. It favors larger, permanent water bodies like lakes, marshes, and riverbanks, often tolerating slightly brackish conditions. Introduced populations exist in places like the UK, where they've become established in certain wetlands. Spring transforms marsh frogs into vocal powerhouses. Males produce a loud resonant call, often in synchronized choruses that can be heard over long distances. Their vocal sacs inflate dramatically, creating a striking visual as they compete for mates. Marsh frogs are typically dark green or bronze with bold black spots, and their powerful hind legs make them agile swimmers and jumpers. Their adaptability to diverse conditions has made them successful colonizers, but in some areas, their introduction has raised concerns about competition with native amphibians. In spring, their dominance in breeding sites can influence the dynamics of mixed Pelophylax populations as they interbreed with edible frogs and compete for space. The springtime activities of these Pelophylax species ripple through ecosystems. As insectivores, they control populations of mosquitoes and other pests, while their tadpoles graze on algae, helping maintain water quality. They're also a vital food source for predators like herons, otters, and grass snakes. For humans, these frogs have cultural resonance. Edible frogs, in particular, have been harvested for food for centuries, though this practice has declined due to conservation concerns. However, these species face challenges. Habitat loss from drainage, pollution, and urbanization threatens their breeding sites, while climate change disrupts the delicate timing of spring emergence and reproduction. The pool frog, with its specific habitat needs, is particularly vulnerable, and conservation efforts, such as pond restoration and reintroduction programs, are critical for its survival. The edible frog, pool frog, and marsh frog bring wetlands to life each spring, their calls weaving a symphony that signals the season's renewal. From the hybrid complexity of the edible frog to the delicate pool frog's reliance on pristine ponds, and the marsh frog's bold presence, these species highlight the diversity and resilience of amphibians. Protecting their habitats ensures that future springs will echo with their voices, a reminder of nature's intricate balance.
Thank you.